Okay friends, with a note of good morning to all of the students of my class. Today we are here for the teaching and learning of paper number 607 of our syllabus, and the title of our paper is Introduction to the Modern Age. And in that topic we have been allotted by HNJU University unit number 2, Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. It's a novel written in 1913. This novel was written in 1913 and it was placed among the 9th of best 100 novels of 20th century by Modern Library. Modern Library made a survey of 20th century best novels, and out of 100 best novels, this novel Sons and Lovers was placed among the 9th. 9 नंबर में 100 बेस्ट है मतलब 9 नंबर आना तो. From that, some critics has given this Sons and Lovers as the best masterpiece of D.H. Lawrence. Here, in this novel, we can see that there are some biographical ideas about D.H. Lawrence. September 1885. This is the birth, and the death is in the last line, 1930s in France. Okay. Some of the good novels written by Lady Chatterley's Lover. Later on, we shall see some novels of D.H. Lawrence. But remember one thing: the third line or fourth line, he made Freda. Freda, actually in real life, D.H. Lawrence had so many affairs and so many marriages, rather we can say. His marriages with one person, second person, third person did not long last, and ultimately it was the third marriage with Freda, with whom he went to France. Later in the course of time, we shall discuss about that. See the biography of the author. Born in 1885, his father was a miner. See here, this is the autobiographical element you will find in our novel. Because in our novel Sons and Lovers, who is Mr. Morel? Mr. Morel is a miner. So this miner, the main character of our novel, the father of 4 children, so he is a miner. In the real life, the father of D.H. Lawrence was also a miner. So from that point of view, we can say that Sons and Lovers is an autobiographical novel. Can you understand? From which angle it can be considered as an autobiographical novel? This. His father was a miner. In real life. In novel also, Mr. Morel is a miner and drunkard person. We have seen that. Okay. His experience is growing up in a coal mining family provided much of the inspiration of Sons and Lovers. So D.H. Lawrence wrote this Sons and Lovers from the family experiences, particularly his father, who was working in a coal mine as a coal miner. Okay. Lawrence, see here, Lawrence had many affairs. This is the important point. And the Freda, in the last slide we saw that he eloped with Freda. So many affairs. The long-standing relationship with Jessie, the first marriage, Jessie, on whom the character of Miriam is based. See, another point of, rather we can say, autobiographical element. The second point of autobiographical element is that the character of Miriam is based from the real life of D.H. Lawrence, and in that he was associated with Jessie Chambers. And this Jessie Chambers, the character of Miriam is drawn from this Jessie Chambers. Okay. So this is the second autobiographical element. Now an engagement to Lee Burroughs. This is the second character that came in his life. Second, rather in Gujarati we can say Patra. And third, an eventual elopement to Germany with Freda. This is the Freda in the last slide we saw. So he got married 3 times. You can understand that. Okay. With Freda, weekly. Okay. Major works. Look at the titles of the major works. You will find something extraordinary and something romantic in the words, in the choice of the title. See, Sons and Lovers, White Peacock, then Rainbow. Rainbow is the symbol of multicolors. Life is multicolors with the so many affairs. Okay, and see here, women in love, and ultimately the Lady Chatterley's lover. So all the titles or all the novels of D.H. Lawrence, you can imagine how he is, D.H. Lawrence, and how the novels of D.H. Lawrence will be if you study there. Okay, the next main features, the social differences. In this novel, D.H. Lawrence has given us some ideas about the social differences. Number 1, Mr. and Mrs. Morel. We know that Mr. Morel is illiterate person. Second thing, he is coming from the poor family. Third thing, he is coming from the working family. So on the one hand, husband is poor, illiterate, working class. On the other hand, Mrs. Morel is well educated, coming from high-to-do family and well educated person. So this type of imbalance creates some chaos in the family after marriage when they both met in the Christmas party. You know, both Mr. and Mrs. Morel met in a Christmas party, and after marriage the dispute started in the family due to the social differences. There were 3 types of social differences: education, social status, and as well as class. Okay. So then we find another feature in this novel is about the Oedipus complex. You know, it is taken from the Greek mythology, and in Greek mythology, Oedipus is prophesied to kill or to murder his father and marry his mother. This type of relationship of a son with mother is called Oedipus complex, you know. And on the contrary, what can be the Electra complex? The relationship of a father. The relationship of a father with daughter is called Electra complex. Father with daughter, it is called Electra complex. And Oedipus complex, mother's relation with son. So this, here in this novel, Mr. and Mrs. Morel's sons have association with their mother. So this Oedipus complex is taken from the Greek mythology, and in that Greek mythology, Oedipus was prophesied to murder his father and kill his father. Mrs. Morel, they have 2 types of relationship. Number 1, love and hatred. On the one hand, they have love because they met in the Christmas party and they get married. So they get married in a Christmas party, it means that they have love. But after marriage, the situation is changed. And as a part of that, there was some dispute and some struggle in the life, social life. So hatred is also there. Second thing, you can find the social bondage and romantic bondage. So Paul is there. Paul's relationship with Miriam, you can imagine. Paul's relationship with Miriam, it is purely spiritual. Though Paul and Miriam both sleep together in a single bed, but so far as relationship is concerned, Miriam is purely spiritual. On the contrary, the relationship with Paul with Clara, it is sensual. It is highly, rather we can say, sexual relationship. So this kind of romantic bondage, on the one hand spiritual, you can say that in this novel, Sons and Lover, you have a struggle or you have a clash between spirit and flesh. Flesh is a mass. Sharir, rather you can say law for body, sexual relationship. Law for body is equal to sexual relationship, and law for spirit is equal to spiritual relationship. So you can find two types of relationship in this novel. On the one hand, you have the spiritual relationship of Miriam with Paul. On the other hand, you have the sensual relationship of Clara with Paul. So you can find both of these. In these two types of relationship, you will find romantic element. Imagine Miriam is sleeping with Paul, but no something indifferent happened. Though they sleep together, but there is no sensual relationship. Okay, so this kind of features have been depicted by D.H. Lawrence in this novel. And contrast between, see here, yes, this is the difference. Contrast between body and mind. See here. Contrast. We have two girls. Number one, Miriam is there. Miriam is the symbol of mind. Miriam is the symbol of spirit. Miriam is the symbol of spirituality. On the other hand, Clara is the symbol of body, symbol of flesh, symbol of sensuality, symbol of sexuality, whatever you can say that. So here is the always struggle in this novel between these two type of elements, body and mind. Okay, let us go forward. Structure. The structure of the novel is nature of human relationship. The novel is based on the three type of relationship. You can see here. See the relationship. I explain you. The first relationship is the Oedipus love. The first relationship is Oedipus love. And in Oedipus love, mother's love for sons. So you can say that here in this novel, mother, Mrs. Morel has, first of all, she has a love with oldest son, William. First son, William. When William went abroad or to London, and he fell in love with Lily in London. So after the day, and there he died. So after the loss of William, Mrs. Morel came into the relationship with his second son, Paul. Second son, Paul. So this is the Oedipus love or Oedipus complex. Mother has a relationship with oldest son, then younger son, William and Paul. Clear? So you can see the human relationship. Ultimately, mother is a human. Sons are also human. So human relationship. So first relationship is Oedipus love between Paul and his mother. The second type of relationship, as in the few minutes ago, I told you that the second relationship is spiritual. Miriam is not ready to surrender her body, even though Paul expects from Miriam her body. Paul expects from Miriam her body, but Miriam does not surrender to the willings and desires of Paul. She becomes very steadfast and firm in her decision. See here, love is another thing, sexuality is another thing. Miriam has love with Paul, or rather we can say Miriam loves Paul. Miriam loves Paul, but that kind of love is not sensual love, not sexual love, not body love, it is a spiritual love. It is a spiritual love. Miriam sharply loved Paul. अतिशय प्रेम करती थी पॉल में. But the difference between two, Miriam's love to Paul and Paul's love to Miriam, there was a very gap and very large gap between these two types of love. This to this, Miriam to Paul, spiritual. Paul to Miriam, sensual. And that is why their marriage did not take place. This is the one reason. Paul did not marry to Miriam because Miriam believed in spirituality, and that is why they did not marry with each other. This is the first reason. The second reason is that the mother, Mrs. Morel, did not allow her son to get married with, because she was there. Mother herself was there. That is why she did not allow, mother did not allow her son to get married with Miriam. So for these two reasons, Paul did not marry Miriam. Okay. The third relationship, it is a physical, rather we can say physical, flesh, mass, body love, rather we can say. So this physical love between Paul and Clara, you can see that. Now major themes you can see. So here in the major themes and plot structure, you can see that Oedipus complex. What is the Oedipus complex and how does it take place in the novel? I gave you the explanation and how the relationship is there going on. Mother, first of all, mother turns her love from her husband to her children. My friends, let me tell you what are the reasons for which Mrs. Morel turns her love to her children. Why? Because her husband was drunkard and minor, working class people, drunkard person, and there was a clash in the family. There was a struggle and dispute in the family. That is why Mrs. Morel was unhappy after marriage. And in order to satisfy or rather to gain the happiness, she turned her love from her husband to her children. And when there was a fighting or there was a clash or there was a quarrel between husband and wife, at that time William and Paul, these two rather we can say older sons, take the favor of mother. On the one time, Paul had a desire that my father should die. मारा पप्पा मरी जाए तो सारू. There was a so clash, so quarrel in the family that Paul has a desire that my father should die. मारा पप्पा मरी जाए तो सारू. आओ. Okay. Now see, in the beginning of the novel, Paul has a desire that my father should die. And in the end of the novel, D.H. Lawrence gives the twist in the novel. And instead of father, who is going to die? Mother. The same person Paul gives morphine, medicine, drug, overdose of morphine, so that his mother may die. To see the stand of Paul. In the beginning, he has a desire that his father should die. At the end of the novel, Paul gives the overdose of morphine and his mother dies. Okay, and after the death of his mother, Paul becomes alone. In between this first and last episode, there was some changes in the life of Paul. And first of all, Miriam comes in his life. After that, Clara comes. Then after again, Miriam comes. And then after again, Paul becomes alone. Miriam, rather we can say, first of all, William is there, the first son. So William gets a job as a clerk in London. And in London, he comes into contact with Lily. And they both want to marry. But approval was not granted by the mother, Mrs. Morel. So William went away from her hand. And at the, rather we can say, episode of this William's love affair, William is dead in London, and that is why Mrs. Morel could not marry, or rather we can say could not express her love with her older son. The second step, Paul. So Paul is there, but in Paul's life, two women, Miriam, Clara, alternately, turn by turn. Mrs. Morel even did not allow Miriam to get married with her son Paul. She knew that my son is in love with Miriam, but she did not approve the relationship. So, okay, Oedipus prophesies to murder his father and marry his mother. Lawrence, aware of the Freud's theory and his sons and lover, he uses the Oedipus complex and it is based on exploring Paul's relationship with his mother. Now, Paul devoted to his mother, and that love often borders on romantic desire. See the word. The son's relation with mother borders on romantic desire. છોકરાના મમ્મી સાથેના સંબંધો કેવા છે ખબર છે? શું બોર્ડર ક્રોસ કરે છે? બોર્ડર રોમેન્ટિક ડિઝાયર. From this word, you can understand how should be the relationship between mother and son. Mrs. Morel and Paul. Mrs. Morel desires William and Paul in near romantic ways. Romantic ways, both the sons. And she despises all their girlfriend. William's girlfriend, Lily, despised. Paul's girlfriend, Miriam and Clara, despises. Okay. Now, at the end of the novel, Paul releases himself from the Oedipus complex and eventually overdoses his dying mother with morphia, overdose of drug. Since Paul does not kill his father but his mother. See the change or see the twist in the novel. In the beginning, Paul has a desire to kill his father. At the end of the novel, Paul kills his mother. Bondage, social and romantic, we have discussed. Social bondage, we have discussed about that in the previous slide. Romantic bondage is there. See here, treatment of jealousy, rather we can say. This is the important factor you will have to keep in your mind. Mrs. Morel is jealous of her son's lover. Mrs. Morel is always jealous of William's lover, Lily, and Paul's lover, Miriam and Clara. So jealousy is one more factor. The second thing, Mr. Morel too jealous over his wife's closer relationship with his son. પપ્પાને ઈર્ષા થાય છે કે મારી પત્ની મારા સંતાનોને કેમ વધારે પ્રેમ કરશે. એટલે મમ્મી છે તો પ્રેમ કરવાની જ છે, મમ્મી પોતાના સંતાનને પ્રેમ માગત કોને કરશે? બટ ધીસ ઇઝ ધ એલિમેન્ટ ઓફ જેલસી. Mr. Morel too jealous over his wife's closer relationship with his sons and their success. Father cannot tolerate, or father has a jealousy over the success of his sons. Okay. Paul frequently arouses jealousy in Miriam. See, when Paul was in relationship with Miriam, at that time Paul frequently arouses jealousy. How? With his flirtation with Agatha. Paul મિરિયમના સાથે જે લવ અફેર કરે ને, તો મિરિયમને ઈર્ષા ઉત્પન્ન કરવા માટે શું કરે છે? પોલ અગાથાના સાથે લફડો કરે છે, તો જેથી કરીને પેલી પ્રેમિકાને ઈર્ષા ઉત્પન્ન થાય કે મને છોડીને તું બીજા જતો રહ્યો, લાઈક ધેટ. તો અગાથા એન્ડ બિયાટ્રિસ. Baxter Davis jealous of Paul's romance with Clara. See here, Clara's husband Baxter. So Baxter has jealousy. Why? Paul is doing the relationship with his wife. Paul has a relationship with his wife. This is the element of jealousy. Okay. Nature and flower, description of natural environment is done here in novel Sons and Lovers. And again, weather and environment reflect the character's emotion. Emotions, reflection of the emotion of the character are based on the weather and environment of the novel. And Lawrence uses flowers throughout the novel to symbolize the connection with nature. In order to represent the nature, Lawrence has uses the flowers in this element. Contradiction and opposition, you will find so many contradictions and oppositions here in this novel. Sometimes you will find love, sometimes you will find hatred. So love and hatred relationship is going on throughout the novel. Again, spiritual soul and physical Clara. You will find this contradiction also. So this type of contradiction, love and hate, spiritual and body, and etc. You will find this type of relationship here in this novel. Ending of the novel, after the mother's death, Paul feels lost, unable to paint anymore, rejected. Rather, Paul was a painter and artist, and he sells his first painting at $20. 20. Okay. So this is the end of the novel. At the end of the novel, we can see that mother is given the morphia drug and he died, and Paul becomes alone. Paul becomes alone. Annie, the girl of the family, she is a teacher and she is engaged with and she gets married with another person, and Arthur is also get married. So it was the responsibility of Paul who was taking care of mother, and care of the mother. Again, Paul becomes alone, and with that note, we come to the end of the novel. Goodbye. See you. Take care.